Alright, let's show off this monk build. Gonna do a juiced T15 map, maybe with a boss. Let me go over it real quick. So, for gems, also not that advanced yet. We have charged stuff, lightning exposure on it, persistence for more duration, conduit to inflict more shocks that we consume with the siphoning strike. So I'm gonna go with the siphoning strike. So it consumes the shock, then has really slow animation, but gains your power charge, so you can keep on the charged stuff or consume them with the flicker strike. With martial tempo, ice bite, and cold infusion. So this one procs the frosts for gaining the elemental invocation at first. Then we have Herald of Thunder with Innervate, so whenever it kills shock guys we get more lightning damage. Lightning Mastery and Fiery Death, so this one I just added and wanted to experiment with it. So it kills whenever enemies are ignited by the supported skill, there's a chance to proc a corpse explosion. So this makes it so when there's an AoE proc, we just kill the whole pack with one shot and jump to the next pack with the flicker strike. Then we have Herald of Ice, which shatters the it's just another explosion, but a nice explosion with Cold Mastery. And our two defensive options, that's Wind Dancer, which interacts really nice with the evasion rating we have, and also the armor we get from evasion rating, with Lockdown, Pin, and Culmination, which I am just experimenting with because it was available and maybe we get combo on it, and I thought, why not? So whenever we get hit, it does more damage and has a chance to even kill all the guys that hit me with the Gale Force. Yeah, and Ghost Dance with Fast Forward, which helps a little bit with the defenses, gains some energy shield. Then we have our power charge generator, that's for the quick math, that's Elemental Invocation. So this one gains energy whenever we inflict elemental ailments, and we inflict all elemental ailments with our flicker strike and the siphoning strike, so this one is pretty much always full. And we proc the profane ritual with it, so we consume the corpses to gain power charges. And this one has 50% chance to gain an additional charge and gains more energy. Then we have the siphoning strike, which I went over already, but I'm gonna do it again. So this one gains the power charges and has more attack speed. So this one consumes also the shock that we inflict. Then it has added cold damage when it freezes an enemy, and this makes it so it just does a little bit more cold damage. And then the latest edition of the auras that I just added today, Herald of Ash, which works really nice, I think, because we do a lot of critical and a lot of damage, and this one gives an ignite that is based on the overkill damage. So we ignite all the enemies around really strong, and gonna experiment around with it, but this is definitely a nice addition to the build, and we get a really low level because we don't have a lot of strength. But and then the main skill, it's Flicker Strike. This one consumes power charges and does 2 additional hits for every power charge we consume, and just flickers all over the map. It has momentum, so it jumps really far, so it has 40% more damage all the time. Then 40% more area damage, but 50% less area. This is a melee hit, so we don't really care, but we get 40% more damage. Then 35% chance not to remove charges. So this one combines also really well with the quality, and we have 55% not to consume charges, so we can just keep on flickering or put the excess power charges into the charged stuff. And then 25% more weapon elemental damage. This one is really nice because it boosts all the elemental damages, and we are going full elemental damage, as I'm going to show you on the gear reel soon. Yeah, and I think this build should also be available once you have like a really nice chest armor that gives a lot of spirit. Yeah, so let me go over the tree here first. So we start here, we get the cold damage, step like mist, like the crit stuff here, and also the lightning damage. Yeah, then we have the herald thing, which is really nice. Like we're using all the heralds, that's why we put the full cross. And then we have this one, which does 30% more elemental damage for each ailment that we inflict. Yeah, that's the elemental stuff. Then we are taking all the nodes here because they all benefit us. This one gives freeze build-up and defenses. These give freeze build-up. This is attack speed, and yeah, that's just nice because we're using quarter stuff. And then we are going crit, so we have this one is really important, this +1 crit hit chance. The rest is just damage and crit stuff, crit chance and damage. Then this one gives a really big boost, especially in the DPS showing thing here. Yeah, and then this one is important, +1 maximum energy shield per 12 evasion rating on equipped body armor, and this one which gives 100% increased evasion rating from equipped body armor, yeah, which scales really nice with a nice chest armor that we use. Yeah, and then of course the maximum power charges, we pick them all up. And this helps us sustain our charged stuff because the duration depends on how many power charges you consume, and also gives us a lot more flicker hits. Yes, so that's it for the tree, I think. Then we go over the gear. I thought because everyone's going physical damage that I want to try to get as well, but I had my mind that I wanted to play Elemental Flickerstrike, and that's why I got this weapon, which has increased elemental damage with attacks, 100% on the weapon, and then also crit chance, and also some lightning rolls. This is by no means perfect, but it does the job. And then you put 2 of those C-ring, I don't know how they're called. You can trade them on the trader guy with Alva, and yeah, just put them on your weapon. And then we have elemental damage on the rings. Just get any high elemental rolls, doesn't matter, lightning and fire, they deal more damage. The cold stuff we fix with the gems, so yeah, probably lightning and fire damage are the best ones to go for. And they are also not perfect, the rings, by any means. We leech physical, which we don't deal, and yeah. I'm also res capped right now, but still have some sockets left, so I could probably optimize this even more, but I feel like this build goes pretty ham and I wanted to share it. Yeah, so there can be crit hit chance on the helmet, which is nice, just get that. Can be critical damage bonus and +1 level to melee skills on the gloves as well. And then also, as I said, the elemental damages on the gloves. You can get crit damage, all to melee skills, and also crit hit chance on the amulet. You could probably also get a way better amulet, but yeah, this works for now. And then just movement speed for on the boots, because you sometimes have to walk a bit because your flicker gets you in some random places. Sometimes gets a little bit annoying, but if you have the movement speed, it's not so bad. And then just stack some resistances on the belt. I like to fix my resistances with the belts, because there's just resistances and life that you can get on the belt. There's also life missing there. Also life missing on the gloves. Yeah. And then the chest armor, which is really important because it enables. I forgot in the skill tree. I forgot to tell the ascendancies, which are really important. This is lead me through grace, which grants energy shield, which grants spirit based on the energy shield or the evasion rating on your body armor. And this enables us to get a lot of auras, and then the physical damage reduction is really important, which comes from the evasion rating, which gets converted to armor. So we have 67 reduced, how's it called, physical damage. That's really nice, percent. I'm just seeing that I'm not res capped actually, but we can do the tier 15s anyway. And yeah, that's funny. All right. So yeah, and this one scales also with the body armor. Yeah, I think that's it for the gear. The rest doesn't really matter. I'm using the rarity find, but you can probably get something defensive that you're lacking or that gets you killed sometimes, which is really useful on the charm. So the gameplay is basically just attack the guys with the attack, then keep up with the siphoning strike to teleport to everyone and hit them like this and explode them, then gain power charges. Look at the power charges, and then activate the charged stuff. And the duration is pretty long, so we're fine. And we get here, now we have 100%. So we get, whenever we inflict ailments, we get energy to proc the rituals. And then once we are online, we can just flicker strike and delete the whole map. And then like this, we can just one-shot everyone. It's pretty chill. Just go everywhere, one-shot them. We're not even on the 4th ascension yet. I think with this build now I could easily do it. Yeah, that's it for the Flicker Striker. Enjoy some of the footage.